amounts to overkill. Jim Stewart reports on high-powered cops in Blue Steel, Blue Thunder.
Let's do it.
Sheriff's office, we got a search warrant. Over the door.
It's early morning in the Arizona desert.
Get out, police, get out.
And the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department SWAT team is practicing something they find themselves doing more and more often these days. So often, it's almost become routine.
We average probably 3-4 call-outs a month on what I would call a high-risk entry.
And how many times do you actually have to go in?
Well, we always go in. We always go in.
Special weapons and tactics, or SWAT team call-outs, in fact, are up in every state. And that's not all that's changed recently on the military end of policing. All over the country, in fact, from the largest police departments to the smallest sheriff's office, more money, more manpower, and more attention is being devoted to SWAT teams. But perhaps the biggest difference has been the fundamental change in the way they're being used.
Under arrest for what? I didn't do
No longer, for example, are SWAT teams being called out just to handle hostage situations or barricaded gunmen. Several cities like Fresno, California, now have them on regular street patrols, camouflage fatigues and all, even arresting routine parole violators.
Yeah, the record remains silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
One predictable result has been a rise in the number of deadly shootings by SWAT teams. A CBS News survey of SWAT encounters shows a 34% increase in deadly force over the last 3 years. And that's made some communities jumpy. Like St. Petersburg, Florida, where the SWAT team was recently called out to monitor a Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Day march.
There has never been anything that has required a SWAT team's presence.
And you can look for more of it, not less, from San Francisco's Bay Area Transit Authority to the smallest towns in Alabama. Everybody's got a SWAT team these days. Their number has swollen 30% in 10 years.
He's firing his weapon right now.
And for proof that they're needed, police chiefs all over point here to North Hollywood and a bank robbery machine gun shootout more ferocious than any you've ever seen. Ron McCarthy trains SWAT teams and says the first cops on the scene that day were way overmatched.
Although they did a great job, and everybody acknowledges they did, they were unable to end it. When 3 SWAT officers arrived, they were able to end it in 96 seconds with 53 rounds fired.
To find out more about the kind of people joining SWAT teams, we sat down recently with the members of the Maricopa County unit, which has been busting down doors on the average of once a week lately.
That's an awful lot of call-outs. That's an awful lot of manpower. And it's an awful lot of dangerous situations that the public never sees.
And we don't just do warrants. And we don't just go handle barricade problems or hostage problems.
It's work they insist that isn't that dangerous.
Being here is probably the safest place to be in the entire sheriff's office. We have the best equipment. We have the best training.
You can't convince me that you're doing this because you think it's safer. I just don't buy that.
We get to play with a lot of guns. That's fun. I think everybody on this team loves guns.
Hey, the bottom line is it's friggin' fun, man. That's the deal. Nobody wants to take burglary reports and that kind of stuff, you know.
I go home, my little girl, my little boy go ahead and turn around and ask me, "Hey, Daddy, you arresting any bad guys today?" But there are very few cops that say, "Yeah, I arrest 5 today. Yeah, we took in 6. Yeah, we cleared out a crack house today. We made a big part of the neighborhood safe."
You know, once it kind of get the taste for it, you want to do it forever.
It's an acquired taste for John Q. Public as well. The country needs people like these, most everyone agrees. Only some wonder if we need this many using this much force. In Phoenix, this is Jim Stewart for Eye on America.